No doubt, green with envy over PM Modi's friendly chat with Akshay Kumar, Arvind Kejriwal decided to increase his own celebrity status by doing an interview with the stand-up comedian Kunal Kamra. While the PM's interaction was a relaxed conversation so as to enable the people to know more about the man behind the face, Kejriwal's stunt was 37 minutes of complaining about PM Modi and putting various allegations on his government so as to spread hatred. First of all, Arvind Kejriwal cleared the air for all by declaring that this election is not a fight to form the government or even for the prime ministerial post for that matter, but the sole aim of all the political parties, whether they are in alliance or not, is to remove PM Modi and Amit Shah from power. And to do this, it really doesn't matter which party from what ideology comes to power at the center. So essentially, all the parties are aiming to cut BJP's vote, which is a strange admittance by the opposition, as by this they are undermining their own ability. With Arvind Kejriwal declaring that the opposition has resorted to simply playing the role of the vote cutter, he continued further that the current Prime Minister of the country is a tumor. Shockingly, he went on to explain that the immediate need of the country is to get rid of the tumor, and after the tumor is dealt with, they can then decide what to do with the country. This is quite a slanderous comment, undermining not only the current government of the country but also the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the elected head of the country who commands utmost respect, and by making this statement, Arvind Kejriwal has questioned the ability of the majority of Indian voters who had voted for them and has also questioned the sovereignty of the Prime Minister. Kunal Kamra had wholeheartedly agreed with the tumor comparison by stating, "Literally anyone can be the Prime Minister as long as it's not Modi." In a democratic country, the people have the power to keep a check on the government, but these statements are downright derogatory. A Prime Minister is an international representative of the country, and if the country's own people do not respect the leader, why will the other nations pay any heed to him? After the belittling comparison with tumor, the conversation progressed on to the topic of mob lynching. Here, without much ado, Arvind Kejriwal decided that it is due to BJP that such incidents are happening and the government is directly responsible for such attacks. Instead of focusing on the issue or talking about the measures AAP would take if elected, Kejriwal chose to indulge in the blame game and malign BJP's reputation. Strangely enough, in an effort to demonstrate BJP's role in mob lynching, Kunal Kamra has used the video filmed in 2013 during the UPA-led regime. Moreover, he has used the BJP MLA's speech in the video as a voiceover, falsely attributing the video to him. In the entire propaganda-filled interview, this has been the most imbecile move. It is quite laughable that Kunal Kamra has contradicted his own self. This successfully establishes that mob lynching was very much an issue in India even during the UPA regime, and hence the BJP government has no role to play in it. Keen on spreading more hatred, Arvind Kejriwal stated that PM Modi hates Muslims, and due to this, the Hindus in the country believe that he loves them, but that's not the case because he just hates the Muslims. Looking at the ground reality, it is PM Modi who had introduced the legislation for the upliftment of Muslim women. The party had introduced a bill to criminalize the triple talaq practice, which is highly derogatory and insensitive to the women. Keeping solely the Muslim women's interests and empowerment in mind, PM Modi had attempted to do this, which was blocked by all the opposition parties. Moving on from this, Kejriwal then attempted to put words in PM Modi's mouth. PM Modi had stated that he had the support of 40 sitting MLAs in the West Bengal government who will help him in forming the government. Arvind Kejriwal, however, believed this meant that PM Modi had bought the MLAs, whereas no one had said anything even remotely similar to this. Perhaps Kejriwal himself believes that a leader cannot garner the support of other leaders without paying them and hence got confused. Out of all the topics to blame PM Modi on, Kejriwal stated that the opposition questioning the working of independent institutions such as the CAG, the Election Commission and the judiciary is somehow PM Modi's fault. Arvind Kejriwal obviously doesn't have his facts right and even stated that India's economy has suffered under BJP, whereas the truth of the matter is that India was in the fragile 5 economies of the world when UPA government handed over the governance to the NDA government. Since then, the economy has grown by leaps and bounds. Throughout all this, Kunal Kamra, as an interviewer, was sitting calmly, listening to all the lies Kejriwal was spewing. Instead of focusing on the facts or grilling Kejriwal for his own shortcomings, the agenda of the interview was to disparage PM Modi. Apart from criticizing PM Modi, all Kejriwal did was whine about the need of a full statehood and again blame BJP for Delhi's non-statehood. It is no secret that Kunal Kamra is highly anti-BJP and for this reason his interview was biased, encouraging and fueling criticism on the current government. Arvind Kejriwal was made an authority on the Modi government and instead of helping the citizens understand the kind of leader he would be and the reforms he would implement if elected, all he did was preach the people not to elect PM Modi.